Hi, everyone. So here's Abdul, and today we have Dean and Peter to discuss the latest things in the watch community. So, Dean, Peter, introduce yourselves, and then we can start today's discussion.
Yeah, hi Abdul. Yeah, Peter, do you want to go first?
Peter Mustang channel, and I'll do a quick watch check. I guess what I've got on tonight is my Hamilton. Mine's on one of Bill's snob straps, though.
Nice.
Blue, white, blue.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm Dean from One to Watch, and I've actually currently got what's that, Abdul? Do you recognize
The Alpinist, perfect for
Yeah,
the region you are in right now.
I am. I've just arrived in Snowdonia, Wales for 10 days. So yeah, the Alpinist is definitely a good watch. I will be changing those soon.
Boulder, yeah.
I'll be putting my Boulder venture Chigo on because it's the England football good luck thing. The finals is going to kick off in an hour and 20 minutes. So straight after this, I'll be changing watches. But I thought just have a bit of a change while I'm driving down here. So yeah. So
good idea.
What's the topic then tonight, guys? What we discussing?
So tonight we'll be talking about. I don't know if you saw the videos from yesterday, from today, from Paul and Anthony, and I think also Archery made a video as well that you watched. I think the whole debacle, let's say, is now going to an end. I guess some people are saying okay, forgive and let live. Some saying okay, forgive and never forget, and some are saying yeah, I will never trust them again, I will never watch them again. And I guess that's normal for everyone. They have a different perspective, but I guess now there is a lot of how do they call it right now, cloud chasing, there are a lot of people that are just saying okay, I totally understand how they did it and I totally forgive them, and then maybe 2-3 weeks later they do a video with them, and then a couple of more videos together, collaborations or something like this. That could be something. And I guess also most of the watch community now understands how do they think about making videos and creating content and selling watches. So if you continue to do business with them, you know what you are into, and you shouldn't be discussing anything further than that if you're doing further business with them.
Yeah, so still split opinion. I think it all started with the London, well, the now retired grey dealer Paul Thorpe, very cockney, covered in tattoos guy, and he who had been sort of very supportive with the Timepiece gentleman, was saying, came on saying he was disappointed. I think that was roughly, just trying to think, probably about 14, 15 hours ago now. Very disappointed with Anthony, and really think he should apologise. I think it was roughly guessing about 5 hours after, which was quite sort of early hours in the morning for me. I did watch that. I did sort of stay and watch that. And Anthony from Timepiece Gentleman came on and did an apology video through the Timepiece Gentleman website. I think it was like about 10 to 15 minute long, saying he misjudged things, he made a mistake, he wants to focus on the business. I think he said he was going to, can we leave him alone for a week? He needs a week. He needs to get things back in order again. And then I think it was only an hour or two later that Archieluxury, the Australian chap, he seemed to have got a lot of followers, one of the big channels, who had been completely, made loads of videos, completely condemning him, saying he was the biggest idiot going, etc. I'd actually come on to say, he thought it was great to apologise, he accepted the apology, and, was sort of completely changed, you know, and just keep going. Even though he still sort of said, you know, he's a bit of a didn't like him, but he's you know, supported what he'd done and said, you know, it took a bit of courage to do that. And I think, yeah, that's where we are. So what, I don't know what your thoughts are. I know I sent the links through to you guys last night. I know, Peter, you've watched the Paul Thorpe and the Anthony one. One thing I will say just before I go to you is, just watching Paul Thorpe, I'd actually read a comment on one of the channels where somebody had said that all the great dealers, all the great grey watch dealers look like ex-drug dealers. And I think having seen Paul Thorpe and all the others, I think that's true. And I think the reason they've gone from drugs to watches is because there's more money. You see Nodgio and there's more money. So
and you not
like,
get chased by the cops.
Yeah.
And they think, well, we don't know that for sure, but and I think, yeah, it's the sort of people like us, sort of geeky watch nerdy types, much easier to deal with. And you know, we some of us are so nerdy, and we must have that particular watch, and you know, we'll pay any amount of money over retail price, where that isn't probably true with people buying drugs. They're probably not such easy, nice people, and etc. So yeah, not a bad idea for him, is it really? That puts it into perspective. But I thought it was a great comment. So sorry, Peter. Yeah, what's your take?
Well, I never really thought that Paul looked at all like an ex-drug dealer. Really, he's just a little bit too well groomed. But I saw his video and Anthony's video, and I think that there's very much a point in the fact that you really should not. It's been a point for a long time that betrayal is one of the worst things you can do, and so he's definitely lost a lot of respect there. But I do think it appears that this was a stunt gone wrong and not a actual, that this was not really an attempt to do that. So while I'm willing to give him a second shot, even if I didn't really watch his stuff to begin with, you know, it takes a long time to earn customers and just a second to lose them. So he's going to have a long, hard road back out if he wants to get back out of this.
And he said that, didn't he? He said that in his apology, that he wanted to put the work and effort in.
There's my 2 cents
for you. I don't know how sincere that was. I think some people think, yes, he sounded sincere and he will do that. Let's give him a chance. And some people said, you know, he's betrayed everybody's trust now, and sorry, you've had your chance. So I don't know. What's your take, Abby? What do you think of?
I tend to agree also with both of you in some points. Like Paul Thorpe, I see him as an ex-footballer, more or less, like a guy who played football or something, and now is doing watches. I really like him. I like his videos as well. Cool guy. And I think that Anthony will need to time solves everything. Like every time something happens in the watch community, it's a small community. That's why we all hear about it. But time heals everything, and some people heals faster, like Archie. He in one day after the apology, or directly after the apology, he was like, "Oh, okay, everything is well." And other people might never heal and say, okay, I won't watch him again. I won't deal with him again. Some will be like, I will deal with him with a little bit of caution. And I think his fans now know that this is his style. And if he has more or less the same content that he did like before, then they shouldn't be surprised if something like this happens again. If he was trying to do a PR marketing that fails again, like this one. What I didn't like is just why didn't he come with this apology like directly after, you know, like why come with a 1-hour video with charity stuff in it and try to sell something that totally is unbelievable and it's totally not gonna fly with a lot of people, and then come afterwards when you saw the backlash and the backfire and apologize. Like I I respect him now that he apologized, of course, but I respect that guy more when he apologizes when no one is telling him he was wrong. You know what I mean? Like if you made a mistake and you know you made a mistake, and even if everybody's like, oh no, it's a PR,
Right.
it's something like this, you know it's a mistake, just go out and say, people, it's sorry, I apologize, I did a mistake, and I'm trying to do. I think that I would even have subscribed to him if he did this, like if he apologized after, sorry guys, this was a failed PR move, this and this and this. I wasn't even subscribed before, but after that I would be like, oh, he even Roman and other big YouTubers were saying, oh no, it's just a PR move, wait and see, we will wait. And if at that time he came out and said like, I'm sorry, I would have been like, oh, that guy shoots straight, you know, that guy knows that trust is the most important thing that we have here, and he's trying to keep it. But now it's like, you know, like trying to find the way to reduce the damage as much as possible, which is of course understandable. It's his way of life. He feeds his family through selling watches, and I wish him all the best, selling more watches as much as possible. But I will be never buying any watches from him. I might watch his content once or twice if something comes up that might interest you, but other than that, I would be keeping to myself.
I think the other two things that haven't quite been sold or reserved yet is one of them is the charity thing. He didn't mention the charity thing at all, which is a bit of a concern. Hopefully, he'll come back with that one, and he will be doing good for charity. The other one was it was the other chap. Is it Marcus? So some people call him Macaroni. That said, it was the whole thing was his idea. Where's his apology? We didn't see Marcus. I thought it was a partnership. He's taking the blame. So in some ways, you almost feel a bit sorry for Anthony. He seems to be that sort of character. He's a bit like Guy Fawkes. He's the one that got the blame, but he maybe wasn't really the guilty one. So yeah, I think there's still a few things that it would be nice to get the full story. Maybe we'll get that in time. And yeah, we'll say, hopefully it'd be good to see him turn it around, and I wish him luck, So any further points on that one, guys, before we move on?
No, I guess that's all.
That live stream was a big mistake for him. That live stream muddied the waters so much.
I don't think it was a live stream.
Anybody who wanted to was making already had, maybe this will all get hashed out. That live stream just wasn't live.
Okay. It was like a premiere thing.
It was a video, wasn't it? He put a live stream. He
put the hour video
link on, and in the end, he didn't come on the live stream. He came on the video, which that was all a bit strange because there was about 7,000 people all chatting on the live stream, all waiting, and then including me. I didn't send any messages through. And then it's like, oh, let's crack it up. And then I thought I'd try this other link, and then the video had already started on this other link. I don't know if anyone else sort of ended up in that same situation. So I thought that was a bit bizarre. They put two.
Another point is
we might have lost you there, Peter.
Really, the other, besides the custody, the other people who would have kind of license to be upset about this, other than obviously the customer and his.
And we don't know about that, do we? We have
kind of betrayed. No. Because I've heard a lot of the other dealers have had their businesses have been cast into doubt.
Yeah, so it's definitely had a knock-on effect, hasn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
It's like that dominoes knock-on effect. Yeah, definitely. So, any further points, Abdul, or should we move on to the next one?
No, I think we should move on to the next one, which is a continuation of the other discussion we had before from Judy from One More Watch, which got his channel reinstated and his videos back. But now we got I guess two channels that are saying their videos are being deleted, and I guess that's what we said
I
like
think
the
there's
last
at
time.
least two, yeah.
Yeah, that the purge will continue,
Yeah,
and
I think it was the Time Teller was one. He
yeah.
came on, did some sort of live thing last night and said some of his videos from 2017, a
Mhm.
few years ago, in particular, some that he had quite a high number of views in particular, I think he said. And it was the one, there was him, and it was the one Abdul.
Tim, I guess Tim from Tim Wright, something like this, I guess.
Ben.
Ben White, yeah.
Oh, Ben's
Yeah.
Watch Club. Ben from Ben's Watch Club. I put a message out there, and I thought there was one other, but I can't think who that was. So yeah. So YouTube are, and I think what's coming across is people can't decide if YouTube are targeting people. It does seem to be tied in with some sort of counterfeit watch. So is this coming from companies, or is it some sort of algorithm? Some sort of it's not
Algorithm
by
tweak.
people. It's literally
Yeah.
algorithms within the software itself that's
Yeah.
doing this. I don't know. What's your Abdul? What's your thoughts on that one?
I think it's
It's
algorithm.
highly possible both.
Yeah. I think it's algorithm because exactly the same thing happened in the crypto sphere like 2 years ago. They got like big channels got strikes and videos got deleted because of the explanation from YouTube was that they had links in the description for affiliate links, and somehow these affiliate links shouldn't have been there while they were marketing something else. That's how they said it. But a lot of people that had crypto content and didn't have any affiliate links got also their channel like got strikes, got videos deleted. Some even got their whole channels deleted. And I think the same thing is happening right now in the watches community. It might have been due to stress from watch companies to YouTube telling them, hey, we are seeing a lot of content marketing for buying fake watches and replicas. So YouTube just tweaked their algorithm, and that's what's happening. Or it just could be the normal tweaking that YouTube does. But I think it might have been really like stress from outside, tweak the algorithm, and then that's the result.
There is some sort of consistency in the variables, isn't there? It tends to be big channels. It tends to be counterfeit watches. Jodie's treatment was quite different there, wasn't it? Because I think with the Time Teller and Ben's Watch Club, they seem to have deleted a few videos, and with Just One More Watch, Jodie's Just One More Watch channel, they terminated his channel completely. So whether they've sort of, from him, they've reinstated him, and then they've now just deleting odd videos. I don't know. Why do you think that's changed from a sort of termination to just deleting odd videos now?
Yeah, it's just, I think the tweaking of the algorithm, they are just okay, they saw if we deleted the guy's YouTube channel, we see the uproar from the people on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on whatever. But now we delete the videos, we send them warnings, and then it will trickle down from the big channels to the small channels, and then everyone will have it. I think the issue is that most of, not even replicas, like most of the homage watches that companies make in China, they use the name like Submariner, Datejust, Oyster, Jubilee. All these names are trademark names. Pagani Design. Pagani is a trademark name for the car company. If you have a Ferrari if you have a Ford, all of these are trademarks. So whatever trademarks names used in the watch, even if the watch is not a counterfeit, even if the watch is not a replica, if it has Submariner on the dial, Explorer on the dial, whatever trademark name on the dial, it will be like looked at with the algorithm as if it's a fake or a replica. So if they have the link for a Pagani watch and saying buy this Pagani watch, they would be like selling or marketing selling a fake watch for the algorithm.
It's probably a little bit close as well, isn't it? If it's got like the word Explorer, then maybe it is a bit close, and maybe that's why they've done the algorithm that way. Because it's a thin line, isn't it? And I know we keep saying we're going to do a episode on homage watches, and we haven't. Yeah, we keep getting news like this, and so we keep obviously talking about this and trying to provide the latest information for our listeners, which I think is important to give them that information. But we're going to do homage watches, but there's a thin line, isn't there, between is this watch a homage watch or is it a fake watch? And I think that's something that we definitely will need to cover, hopefully in the next week or so.
Yeah.
When we do that topic, I think it's going to be interesting, and I think
so as well. Yeah.
Again, come back to this conversation today. So there's going to be a nice link, isn't there? We're building up to an episode on homage watches, basically, which I think is good. Yeah.
What do you think about, Peter, the issue that's happening with the YouTube purge? What's your opinion on it?
I've seen this before in other spaces of YouTube for various reasons. I think it's a combination of different things. I think that them change that probably triggering it was it the industry. That seems to be how it goes. Industry, YouTube does not want to lose face with industry of any kind. And so what they'll do is that whenever, they will the best, it's all kind of tied into the business model used by YouTube and even Google at large. I mean, the advertisers are the customers, and we, the users, are actually the product, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To get their ads put in front of us. And so it's definitely very much incentivizes them to put the issue ahead of the issue.
You're breaking up a bit there, Peter.
Yeah, I think I get the gist.
I'm done.
Yeah, that Rolex doesn't want to advertise Rolex watches on YouTube, while there are watches that are called Saint Martin Explorer or whatever that could have these videos, and then you're like, hey, this is Saint Martin Submariner or whatever. Why should I buy it instead of why should I buy the real one instead of this one? This looks also okay, and there are videos on YouTube. So I think that might be some kind of change, like you said, from pressure, and then they change the algorithm due to the pressure. Yeah.
And I think there is more and more people buying sort of, not maybe fakes, but certainly homage watches are getting more and more popular, I think. And that has got to be loss of market share for companies like Rolex, Omega, Patek, etc. People say, oh, well, I just can't afford these anymore. So, I'm just going to have to settle for a homage. And I think more and more people are feeling like that, I think I'm probably one of them, to be honest. I mean, the other thing is that's coming out from some of these channels that are having videos deleted and things. I get the vibe they're starting to look at different platforms than YouTube. There's every possibility that the watch community might be moving on to a new platform. It's something that us three as content creators might have to think about, is not necessarily putting all our eggs in the basket of YouTube and starting to explore the platform. I think you did mention something, didn't you, in a episode about a week ago? Abdul, what did you say that you'd started back in some stuff up on?
I have like 2 profiles, BitChute and Odyssey. They are like blockchain based video service provider like YouTube's, and the best thing is I connect them to my YouTube account. So any video I upload on YouTube, it creates a direct backup video on both of them. So people can watch me on both these platforms. And the cool thing in like Odyssey, it's a new technology. You can give the content creator like some kind of tips, like a token, like a crypto token, which they then, it's like the tokenization instead of the ads. And I think in the future that would be like the next step, that content creators are not like, I want to have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers to have to make life, to be able to create a living out of my content creation. No, you'll be like, okay, I have 1,000 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers that are contributing to how I live and how I create my content, and these are my fan base. And they would be like contributing directly if they watch per minute, some kind of tokenization for the watching time, like some kind of paper watch, let's say.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's got to be alternatives to YouTube.
Definitely.
I think they worried YouTube as well, because they've definitely lost market share to things like TikTok. I mean, I know they're all trying to do these shorts type videos, these I can't remember what they're called on TikTok, but the less than 60 seconds, etc. Their portrait view. I know YouTube's got into that, but I think TikTok is massively sort of overtaken YouTube. So YouTube are kind of worried about things like that. Definitely, so I think it's definitely worth looking at the platforms. I mean, TikTok might be, again, they could diversify.
And I think there's,
the sort of thing YouTube do. Peter?
I think there's also, you brought up TikTok. I think there's actually a market, people who don't want to use data privacy scandals. So there's, I think, an opening.
It is an issue with TikTok.
There's both YouTube and TikTok and all these big places.
I think anyone can use
there's all of these companies have been having issues. Possibly. Also, I don't know if they actually changed, if they made the switch over, but TikTok is Chinese run, and according to Chinese law, they have time.
Yeah, they're still, almost all the servers are there, all the data is stored there. So I don't have a TikTok account. I'm not planning also to using a TikTok app or watching TikTok videos or doing TikTok videos. But I think in the future it will be more or less decentralized content creation. Like Twitch was starting from just gaming, and now it's
related.
Exactly, and now it's like it's going down. The hype is going down from Twitch, I guess, right now, but because the attention to TikTok and other platforms. But I think it's just like survival of the fittest. I think we will get some kind of global market crash in the next 18 to 24 months, and through this crash, we will get some kind of management of all these platforms, that you will have this 2-3 platforms, the big ones, and then you will have all the small ones for different stuff. Like this is for watches, this is for fashion, this is for makeup, this is for that. All the people that are interested in this small niche are using this kind of decentralized platform, which don't have more or less less censorship, monetization, which is peer-to-peer instead of monetization from businesses. And I guess, or I think that this future would be better for the niches, because now you have your own community, you can make your own rules, you can have your set of rules that apply only to you, instead of having this nonsensical changes in algorithms that just one day you have massive viewership and the next day your channel gets deleted, or videos gets deleted, or even comments gets deleted, which happens to a lot of people, me included as well.
There's definitely kind of almost definitely kind of an oligarchical kind of nature to a lot of big tech right now.
Yeah, it's monopoly. Like I think when you are that big and you know that all your competitors in the past years, when you were starting, you ate them, or you killed them, so to speak. Now anything. If you want to know anything, you say Google it, and if you want to learn how to do anything, YouTube it. So basically, they are like the two go-tos when you want to watch something or search something.
Big player, yeah. And I think Rolex is the example of watches, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Most people, when they think of watches, they think of Rolex, or Rolex. That's it, isn't it? So we've got Rolex, Google, YouTube. I mean that could change in time, couldn't it? It could go the way. It could be a lot of smaller companies, like you say, rather than thousands of millions of people putting videos out on one. With YouTube, one big company, it could literally be that there could be hundreds of smaller platforms that people are putting on in time, especially the way it's going at the minute. I think the way that YouTube are trying to control things, and it's definitely difficult for small channels. I noticed, an example is with the big channels, they can put these polls out. The sort of polls where you can answer these things and say, what do you think of the Timepiece gentlemen? Do you think they should do this or this? And apparently, I thought, it'd be great. If I could do a couple of polls myself, and it could advertise my channel and videos coming out just like some of the big channels do. And then did a bit, investigated that, and you have to have over 10,000 subscribers to do that. So everything all seems to be in favour of the big channels. Big channels just get bigger, and we're in that category where small channels, it's just very, very difficult. Every time you get 2 or 3 new subscribers, you're really happy. With the big channels,
right?
They're probably like the same as when they get like several thousand. It's just economy of scale, isn't it? It's just
exactly
different. So and I don't know. I mean, in some ways, as much as they're getting things deleted and everything, the YouTube is definitely favouring them. They have a lot of extra tools and a lot of extra things they can do. And the bigger you get, the more views you get. YouTube want to get your stuff out there, to put those video links in for people, because that's what YouTube want. They want these people to go onto YouTube, and that's what the big channels bring them in. With smaller channels don't. So we don't get much of a chance, I'm afraid. So I don't know. What do you think, Abdul?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think more or less YouTube is now only applying the rules on the big boys or the big channels, or at least what they call profitable channels that can market them, put ads. They even put ads now on smaller channels that are less than 1,000. So even if your
really?
if your video is not monetized, so you're not getting any kind of monetization, they put ads on it. So they take the full monetization, which is kind of crazy. But to be honest, that's how it works. They just push whatever content they want to push. They put it up on the explore page, and sometimes you get a video that has a couple of thousand of clicks and views, and then the next video you have 40 views, and that's just the life of a content creator. And I do this for fun, but I guess if somebody's doing this for like his way of living or her way of living, to earn bread for their family, I guess that's something that could interfere in your way of life. If censorship, or if you say something that YouTube doesn't like, or this company doesn't like, and then you're censored, your videos got deleted, you're shadow banned, which that means that your live videos are not shown on your page. Your subscribers don't get notified. They got some even subscribers get deleted automatically from your account. So it's kind of like you said, Peter. It's kind of like a dictatorship in modern terms. And if you don't like it, go to the next competitor, because you won't have 1/10 of the views that you will have here and 1/10 of the clicks. So that's how it works right now.
I think some of those big people we've mentioned, I think Jody and Ben from Ben's Watch Club. So Jody from Just One More Watch and Ben, I think they both do it for a living.
Yes.
I'm not sure about the time. I'm not sure.
I think
the time teller.
he does now.
Time Teller does, I guess. Yeah, has a shop and everything. Yeah.
So again, there's a connection there, isn't there? They're all very big channels, and they're all doing that for a living as well.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Cool. So
Cool, guys. I think
we've covered.
we did enough for today, right? Because we better save up the next discussions for the homage watches. I have the list here.
Yeah.
With all the points.
We've been saying this for weeks.
Yes.
I do feel sorry for our viewers. Must be thinking, when are they going to do this homage watches?
Exactly.
We will definitely do them soon, guys. We promise you. We will be doing that in the next week or two. We'll make every effort, won't we, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for that. That was great.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Hope to see you soon, and
Nice
don't
to be
forget
on
to
with you guys.
subscribe to Dean's channels, Peter's channels, and mine if you're not. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Brilliant. Thank you. Bye bye.
See ya.